Take two.
Take two.
It's 8:15. I came here, I figured by mistake, and I'm just chilling. I see all these guys painting. I said, "Damn, what's going on?" And they all left. And then Kevin saw the video, and he came by.
Yeah. So me and Arnold were just talking, and I think what's amazing is that people don't realize, but the human body has been evolving and adapting to its environment for like millions and millions of years. So you have to believe that it's a pretty sophisticated, smart machine, you know. And so I think like when your body is responding to, let's say there's a virus or there's a bacteria in the air, and then your body decides to have a cold or a fever, well, you need to realize that your body's actually doing you a favor by having that response to it. Like for instance, like me going to a loud wedding, and then after the loud wedding, the next day my ears are hurting. Well, it's actually a good thing, and I'm not supposed to really try to make my body stop hurting. I should really just like honor what my body's doing, how it's responding to the acoustic trauma, because I need a figure and I need to have faith in my body, after having after millions and millions of years, it's gonna, the way that it's responding to its environment, like it's a very intelligent machine, and you just have to trust that whatever it's doing is the right thing. So I think like for me, my ears having like pain after a loud event, I think that it's actually a good thing. Now, do my ears hurt? Yeah, but I think after you realize that your body's that's your body's way of protecting you, of helping you, you need to then try to address the issue by saying, okay, is there anything that I can do to help my body heal itself?
Wow,
maybe
good.
maybe the body's going to maybe my body will hurt for the next few months or few years, but is there something that I can do? And so for me, I think that what I could do is actually like eat more vegetables and more fruits and veggies. I think as long as you're not eating like pretty like serious poisons, because for me certain foods I consider poisonous, like dairy I consider poisonous, soda is real easy, I consider that poisonous. And for me, I thought as long as I'm eating like okay, even a little bit of cooked food, as long as I'm not eating soda and like chips and crackers and stuff like that, and candy, as long as I was avoiding those really bad junk foods with no nutritional value whatsoever, and as long as I also added smoothies and salads, raw smoothies and raw salads, I could probably aid my body in doing what it's supposed to do, responding to damage the way that it's supposed to respond to damage. And so what I actually found out was after the wedding and my ears were hurting, I actually didn't really eat that well for the next few months. And I just started all of a sudden just coming back to Arnold's Cafe, and I started just eating more smoothies and some more of the gourmet, more of the dishes that he serves here. And I actually like realized like the next day I woke up and I actually didn't have any like soreness in my ears. But for every single day after the wedding, I would wake up and in the morning my ears would be really, really, really sore. So I think that Arnold has also talked about just like stepping out of the way, so that your body can do its thing. So for me, the way that I understand that is that if you de-stress your body, if you eat a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, you're allowing your body to you take the strain off your digestive system, because if you're eating a bunch of crap, your body has a lot of like strain. It's under a lot of pressure, and it requires a lot more energy to just do its normal function. So if you like step to the side of it and you feed it good food, you pretty much like get out of the way of your body so that your body can do its thing. And I think like on top of that, just like when you're eating like much better, I think that you just give your body like what it needs to do what it needs to do. So yeah, I think that exercise also plays a big role. What I actually found though was I actually used to be quite stubborn about this. I used to believe that overall health was 80% exercise maybe like 20% nutrition, because I always thought that you could be like a top athlete and eat McDonald's, for the most part. Eat like mostly well. But I actually found that because I actually started like exercising a lot more. I started like doing a lot of cardio, and my ears actually weren't feeling much better, if at all. But then I actually like took kind of a break from exercising. My ears still hurt, but then I started fixing what I was eating, and then my ears actually felt a lot better. So that kind of told me that health is, it's hard to say like what percentage of your health has to do with your physical activity and what percent of it has to do with the food that you eat, But after experiencing that, like the exercise wasn't fixing it, but the food was fixing it, I have to like assume that what you eat is extremely important, and that you really can't get away with having good health and eating bad things at the same time. Like it just doesn't work like that, I'm sure you could look really good, and feel okay, exercising like a nut and like eating crappy food. But if you really want to get to like the next level, I think you really have to be eating well and exercising. So I think I was gonna say something else. Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I think when you're thinking about your body, you need to think about it more in simple terms, So like, if you get too caught up in the numbers, you get too caught up in like I don't know, maybe like calories, nutrients, macronutrients, portion sizes, and all that stuff. I think that it actually can be a distraction to you, because what happens, I think, my theory is that you get too caught up in the numbers and you don't really see the big picture. So for me, I think the big picture for me was actually that I was putting a lot of stress on my body. Now, this isn't something that you could like, I don't think that a nutritionist could really look at someone's diet and say, oh, this is really stressing out your body, I think that they would like break down your diet in terms of, these are the amount of calories you're eating, these are the nutrients, and this is what you're deficient in. You need to eat more calories, or you need to eat less of this, more of this, But I think that a better way of looking at it, for me at least, this is what helped me, was to say, I'm eating like a standard American diet, right? Besides the sodas, besides the chips, I wasn't eating that bad. I'm eating like mostly a standard American diet, and I might be eating a lot of calories, but it's putting a lot of stress on my body. I don't think that a dietitian could look at me and say, you're stressing out your body, because I don't think that it's something that you can really measure. I think that it's more like a subjective feeling that I could report to, someone like a nutritionist. But where I'm going with that is that, if you're eating fruits and vegetables and you're mostly trying to replace your standard American diet with fruits and vegetables, if you look at it, it probably looks like you're eating a lot less calories, you're eating more nutrients, but a normal nutritionist might tell you like, oh, well, you need to eat more calories. But what's funny is that I think I actually experienced a lot more energy eating less calories, and I think the reason is that every single one of those calories was more nutritious than the calories that I had while I was eating the standard American diet. And just looking at it energy wise, I had a lot more energy eating fruits and vegetables, less calories, than I had eating like crap. So what's kind of funny is that I think when you are eating a standard American diet, you don't have energy, and your body doesn't have energy to heal itself. When you're eating like fruits and vegetables, you're eating a diet that gives you energy, and you actually have more energy to like move around in your environment. But I think on top of that, your body has energy for itself to repair itself on the inside. So that's it. Yeah.
Really good.